And have another question from Evelyn, who's wondering, what about conflict? I find this is where I really struggle to show up as my best self, and I would love to think faster and talk smarter in conflict.
Yeah. So there's a lot to say about conflict. We have several episodes on my podcast talking about it. First and foremost, conflict is good. Good things can come from conflict. So this notion that we should never have conflict, I think, is a false assumption. Conflict, when managed well, can actually bring great benefits, and it can help people feel as if their voices are heard. To me, conflict is really I like to frame it as a problem to be solved.
Mm,
And in so doing, if you're trying to problem solve, the best way to do it is to collaborate. So I'm trying to find ways to invite the other person to have a dialogue with me. When we come from an entrenched position, saying, I am right, you are wrong, that makes collaboration very difficult. So we want to demonstrate understanding. Understanding and agreement are different. I can understand your point of view and still disagree with you. But when I foster understanding and try to engage for understanding, that invites collaboration and reduces defensiveness. Let me
mm,
give you one of my favorite tricks. I learned this from a friend of mine, and my wife and I do this all the time now. When there is an issue that comes up, it is very easy to assume that the other person who might have a different point of view has as strong a position as you do in this circumstance. So let's take something very simple. Let's say, Craig, you and I want to go out for lunch. We would enjoy being in each other's company, having lunch together, but you want to go out for Mexican and I want to go out for Italian food, okay? This could be a conflict. But what I recommend, and this is what my wife and I do, is you could say, Matt, I'd really like to go to Mexican food. On a scale of 1 to 10. For me, it's an 8. And I would say, you know what, Craig, I was hoping for Italian, but for me, it's a 3. No conflict, right?
right.
But if I say mine's an 8, yours an 8, then we have to have a different discussion. We often assume that the other person holds their position as strongly as we do, and then we approach it in that way. And so we often create conflict where conflict was not needed. So by simply prioritizing and sharing that prioritization, it helps you understand what level of conflict or communication we have to have. So it's all about trying to solve collaboratively. It's about understanding and signaling understanding, not necessarily agreement. And then finally prioritizing so you understand where to invest your resources and where not to.